How's it going, friends? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. It's a special time of year.
Is it?
It's a special time.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
of course. Yeah, man, of course it is. It's December. It's time to think about the holidays, think about traditions, think about the most wonderful time of the year. And this is the Christmas episode.
We can hold hands and
Jordan,
eat sugar plums.
Yes, and we can make memories and those amazing, like feelings come up. We see our kids,
Right.
they're happy, they're healthy, we're grateful,
This is
we're
great,
all
yes.
together. And the Christmas episode is a time for all of us to come together to really think about the most important job we have.
Yeah.
Parents, and think about the holidays and being the best parents we can be, the best leaders we can be. So Jordan, how do you feel about Christmas? I know you're a big Christmas fan. You even went to Scandinavia
That's
2
right,
years
we did.
ago.
That was really fun.
To go to Christmas
Yeah,
Village.
we went to the Arctic Circle. We went to Santa's Village. It was really fun. Yeah. No, super pumped about it. Obviously, this time of year, there's so much going on. You got family coming into town, right? Crazy Uncle Joe that we always talk about. But more importantly, kids are off school, and we got to figure out how to make this a memorable Christmas. Because again, looking at our lifespan, how many Christmases do we really get as a family before the family goes off and starts their new family, right? So it's like with our kids, we only have so much time before they're moving out of the house. So we got to make everyone count.
That's a really nice way to start our episode. I think people listening to this, you probably fall into one of these categories. You know, you're a young parent. Your kids are young, and you're just spending this time to invest in yourself, to kind of do things right. Or you're a middle-aged parent. You've got maybe younger kids, and maybe they're getting a little older, and you're like, look, I really want to keep going. I want to push myself. Maybe you are a parent who's struggling right now. Your family's hurting. Your kids are hurting, and you're like, I need to really up my game. I need to improve. Or maybe you are like a more seasoned parent, and there's a lot of peace in your home, a lot of peace in your heart, a lot of shalom in the home, and you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep pressing on. I think today's episode is going to be really fun because I just asked Jordan, come up with some things for the Christmas episode that mean a lot to you, and I'll share some things that mean a lot to me, and let's just encourage our audience as we kind of set our minds right for this Christmas holiday season. So, Jordan, you've got some things prepared. I've got some things prepared.
Some could be more serious, some are more comical. It's just however you want this holiday to be and what you look forward to. So for me, the first one is something that we've been working on as a family, because even though how much we love Christmas and what it represents, I think I have a trouble as a father, as the husband, as the man of the house, so to speak, with sometimes being a Grinch on Christmas, maybe because I'm getting upset as what society says Christmas should be versus what I think Christmas should actually be. So
I've noticed that about you, and I love that you're talking about it. It's like this is a good sign of good parenting. You kind of know where you're grumpy, you're grinchy, and you're like talking about it with a friend, and you're talking about it with your spouse.
Yeah. Well, my wife's really had to be like, you're so good leading up, and then day of, you're like a real big Grinch. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I hate looking at all these presents under the tree when I know half of them are going to go in the trash. Yeah. Okay, so my first tip or thing that I would like to shout out is Christmas shouldn't make families fight, right? So I think it's important for us to talk out how this should be. Talk it out with your spouse. Talk it out with your children, right? Being like, hey, just, this is a lovely list, but man, it's going to be hard to get all those things on the list this year. Or what are your favorite, and just making me know, that there's expectations. Because when we sit down and we look at this holiday as a society, it's like, it seems like presents are just raining down from the heavens all the time. Like, where is all this coming from? And it can be really hard on families. Especially when you get kids that may be ungrateful, maybe parents that spent an arm and a leg. And remember when layaway was a thing and you went above and beyond and they're just like, oh, this is what you got me. And then you feel terrible as a parent. So it's like, I think having our expectations, having really a conversation about it before helps a lot on the day of.
I really enjoy listening to you on that because so much of good parenting is just about like mindfulness. It's about like thinking the right way about stressful things. Christmas can be so beautiful, but it also can be about like overcommitting, overspending, over-arguing, over fighting, over stressing, over caffeinating. It's like if you're doing any of those, if you're doing any of those things, you're kind of doing it wrong. That's why we want to do this episode, to kind of help you get your mindset set straight. And I really like what you said, because and I'm gonna come back to that, because I've got 5 things prepared. Jordan's got 5 things, and I think that's really important. You think about like setting the expectation, like, hey, this is the goal for the holidays. We're not going to be arguing. Let's talk it out. And that was kind of like, I felt like one of the themes of what you said for your first point.
Can I ask one question to the family coach before you give us your first tip?
Yeah.
What do you do if you're a parent and your kid comes to you and says, well, Susie got this for Christmas. Why didn't I get one of those? Like, how do I wrestle with that? Because sometimes it's jealousy, right? It's like, you did everything you can, and the kids had great expectations, but then the other kid got the new PlayStation or got the new Xbox, and you're like, now I feel like a terrible parent.
Here's a couple things that come to mind. The first one is, there's like a gazillion reasons why parenting is so hard. And one of the reasons it's so hard is because we have all these challenges and all these problems we have to deal with. And I think you'd agree that one of the problems we have to deal with as parents is, how do we help our kids with jealousy? How do we help our kids process that just because the kid down the street has something, that does not mean you're going to have it? Because if you don't know how to process that with your kid, and you let your kid nag you, you let your kid follow you around the house, let your kid guilt you, that's not a good parenting approach. If you're just going to keep spoiling your kid because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're going to create a lot of problems in your house. So yeah, you have to become skilled at the art of really helping your kid process what they have and be grateful for what they have, right? Yeah, easier said than done, but that's kind of why we do this episode. And that's something I've helped many clients with inside of my VIP membership, because some kids, they have a big disappointed button, Jordan, and they feel disappointed so deeply, and they do not manage that well. So if you have that kid, just have hope, take heart, and you can definitely manage that and help your kid with that. All right, here's my number one. My number one. Thanks for asking. That was a really important thing, especially for the Christmas, episode. Let's come back to that theme. We will come back to that even 2 more. Here's my first one that I thought of when you think about Christmas is, I really want you and everyone listening to this, I want you to really think about the traditions that you're going to bring into your home. Whether you're a parent of younger kids or you've got teenagers, do not give up on traditions. Do not give up on doing the same things, making them special, making them repetitive. Like, this is what we do. Don't give up on starting a new tradition, and don't give up don't give up on just creating beautiful memories. Can I share a couple of our favorite traditions that we have?
Yep.
Okay.
Wearing family pajamas.
Some people, they have that.
I know.
But hold on. Before I tell you my thoughts on traditions, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you have a tradition and you as the parent are really, really into it, but no one else in the family is into it, let's say family pajamas.
Sure.
Do you think you should just give it up and try a new tradition, or you think you should stick it through?
No, I think if it's important to you and maybe it's comes from your childhood, everybody else needs to jump on my ship and help me enjoy my tradition. Because right, we can't come up with a family tradition that everyone's gonna love. Someone's gonna hate it, right?
I honestly did not know the answer to that. I didn't know what you were gonna say. I agree with you.
Yeah, if your tradition is to wear goofy pajamas at least one night, then just everyone put them on. Let's do it. If yours is to make cookies as a family and so-and-so doesn't want to, we're all doing it for this person. Y'all do it together.
And then here's a tip for you. If you have a tradition that's really important to you and no one else in your family is really vibing it, then let me encourage you and point you in the right direction. Get yourself some skills on how to talk to your family and how to be and grow as a leader and talk from your heart. Here's a quick tip. Hey guys, I know this is not your favorite thing, but this is one of my favorite things. So I do so much for you, and I want you to feel loved and have a special holiday. But this is something that helps me to feel loved and have a special holiday. So can you please do this for me without whining or complaining?
Without one, and with a smile on your face,
Yeah.
and a yes sir and a yes ma'am, and yeah,
That's not
totally,
too much
dude.
to ask. That's not too much to ask.
It's not. It might be hard for teenagers and for certain age kids, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Go for it and keep forcing
Yeah.
that tradition on your new age, this new generation that doesn't want to do it. And then you know what's going to happen? When they get older, they're
Yeah.
going to remember that trend,
I know.
that tradition.
I know.
Be like, my parents did this,
Yeah,
even though I didn't
because-
want to.
Well said, dude, because you know what? There's something special about doing something for somebody else. Like Christmas is supposed to be about giving.
Yeah.
And so you want to increase your vocabulary of leadership. Help your kids see, look, Christmas is about giving, and you having a good attitude about this and giving, you're giving me a gift.
Yeah.
And so I
That's
want this
good.
to feel like a win-win, and I want to feel loved. And so some parents, they say this to me, I never thought about family that way. I've never thought about parenting. I've always thought that, it's all about the kids and about making them happy. No!
No,
Where'd
dude.
you come up with that?
Society, again.
Right.
Painting
Where'd
this
you
picture.
come up with that?
Right. No, that's good. That's good. All right, I'm going to go to my number 2. Is that cool?
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Can I? And then I come up, and then if you can, in sometime in this episode, share with me a couple of your favorite traditions that you have or things that make you happy. And I'm going to go throughout this episode.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me think about that. All right.
Yeah.
It's okay if the kids, and you know what? It doesn't have to just be kids. It could be adults too. But if people in the
Yeah.
family don't get everything on their list, because that is going to stress you as the parent out so much. Kids show this list, and some parents, for some reason, think they're supposed to, this is supposed to be fulfilled. And it's like, that's not
So good.
necessary. So, sometimes, or actually, let's be honest, all the time, less
That's
is more.
great advice.
Okay?
This is such good advice, everyone. Do
There's a lot
not
of
give your
stuff on
kids
there.
everything on their list.
Yeah, especially if you got like, well, I got a pony over here, and this kid wants a brand new car, and then they also
Yeah.
want to get the. Dude, it's
Right.
like, if you want to focus on one major gift and a bunch of little gifts, that's fine. If you just want to do a bunch of, but it's, again, that's the hard thing that I'm trying to instill in my family. Is like, this time is not about the presents, but the hard part is society is painted as like, no, it's all about the presents.
Oh, can you imagine being a kid nowadays and that big, thick magazine from Amazon and the thick one from Target shows up at your door? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's open
Yeah.
in my living room right now, and a
Yeah, of
certain
course it
page is
is.
folded down. Yeah.
Of course it is. And our kids are going through and they're circling half the whole magazine.
No, dude.
Right?
How brilliant by these companies.
Brilliant
Like,
marketing.
F these companies. Like, stop it right
I
now.
know. Brilliant marketing. I mean, and then it's like this huge catalog of toys and goodness and dopamine.
Yeah.
So yes, here's my number 2 is I think really, really important. Okay. My number 1 is really become skilled at traditions. Number 2 is be the spiritual leader of your home. This holiday season, be the spiritual leader and be your children's moral guide. Let me explain.
Okay.
What does it really mean to raise a successful kid? What does it mean to raise a good kid, an amazing kid? Well, what I'm teaching you and encouraging you is that successful kids are more than just kids who go off to college or have a good job when they're 18 or do some chores. Part of raising amazing kids is they have integrity, they have honesty, they care about mankind, they care about people who are like them, they care about people who are not like them. They have a greater purpose than themselves. They see their power. They're interested in charity and the love of mankind and morals and religion, spirituality, all that good stuff. And so it seems to me like you can't have a true Christmas episode without saying, hey, everyone, look into this and bring this into your home. What do you think about that?
I like that. I that's really great. I think all of us strive to have a family like that, and then we look at our family, and some of us get disappointed that we don't have a family like that. But I don't want that to discourage anybody. Like, just keep trying. You know how you have your goals for the week or your goals for the year. We go to New Year's. It's like New Year's resolutions. We should literally have like family goals and just work on it throughout the year, all the time, and eventually you can build to have that, because that's beautiful.
Have you seen in the news that there's a resurgence in spirituality, religion, and church from Gen Z. Have you seen this?
Seen that. Yeah.
Now, I actually Googled who is Gen Z because I'm getting so old now. I'm trying to figure out. So Gen Zs are young people ages 13 through 28.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I means I have 2 Gen Zers and I have 1 Gen Alpha.
Okay.
And this was on the cover of like Christianity Today. There's data all over that, listen to this, Barna Group, churchgoers from Gen Z attend church on an average of 23 services a year. That's a lot of services.
That is. Yeah.
That's a lot of services compared to
52
Gen
weeks a
X.
year. That's great.
Gen X, so we skipped millennials in this. Gen Xers, 19 times a year.
Wow.
And then
that is a good
boomers 17 times. Boomers aren't going to church.
Dang. So
Yeah.
this Gen Z is actually up in everybody's game a little bit.
And the United Kingdom, the UK, England, has gone downhill so much for church and spirituality. But in the UK, a survey found that 18 to 24-year-olds, they are attending church at least monthly now.
Okay.
It rose from 4% in 2018 to 16% in 2024.
Good job, everybody. That's great. That's going to make you happy because every other stat that we hear is how much society is failing. This gives me hope, dude. This gives me hope that like there's a bright future ahead because everyone knows like when you look at the studies, people who attend some kind of religious, organization or have a faith-based background are happier, they're healthier, they have beautiful families, and yes, there are problems with there too, but generally speaking, it makes us better.
So my friend's church, they just added a 4th service. They already had 3. And I was like, wow, good for them. That's so cool. That church is really growing. And I was chatting to my 9-year-old about this. And here's what my 9-year-old Kenzie said. Here's what she said. Yes, I was talking to my friends about it. And she said that ever since Charlie Kirk's murder, that church is packed.
Wow. Your 9-year-old of all the age groups
told me that story. That her 9-year-old friend told her that. And then the 9-year-old told me. And I have noticed that since Charlie Kirk's thing, our church is quite more populated than it was a few months ago.
I mean, I saw the chatter on social. That's cool that people are actually getting that experience of actually seeing a surge. Hopefully it sticks around, but that's cool, man.
And I look around this church and I see a lot of young men who are like 21 years old, and they're there by themselves. They're there with each other. They're there with their girlfriend. It's like they weren't here.
Yeah.
They weren't here 6 months ago. These like 21, 24-year-old men. And I'm like, hey, something is going on here with Gen Z. So as you think about holidays, think about how you can maybe lead your family in some prayer, a little scripture reading, a meditation. Cool. Just, and you remember that being a leader sometimes feels lonely. I'm going to say that again. Being a leader sometimes feels very lonely. You feel like no one's really there. No one's interested in what you're interested in. But if you want to lead your family in good things, in shalom in the home, and this holiday season, whatever your tradition is, just do it and lead with love and don't hold back. Jordan, what's next on your list? Let's have some fun. I think we have the next thing on our list, I think.
Yeah, lead with love. And in this one, it is force. Yeah, you heard me right. Force your family to sit down. You're going to duct tape their eyes open, and you're going to force them to watch at least 2 Christmas movies a year.
I love Christmas movies. Tell us more about that.
Okay, so literally I wanted to start watching them in July. Because Christmas in July is totally a thing. I was like, is it too early to start watching Christmas movies? My friend was like, yes. Like, it's not even, we're recording this, and we haven't even hit Halloween yet. And I'm like ready to watch Christmas movies, but I'm not supposed to skip the holidays.
No,
fun of us, but
don't watch them. Don't watch them too early.
So that is one of my traditions. When you said, think about your family tradition, I love doing that. It's getting harder because these new kids, I mean, they watch YouTube. They don't like sit and watch a whole movie. I'm like, come on, guys. So like a couple that are my go-tos, Christmas Chronicles, I absolutely love.
Oh, gosh, that movie is so good.
It's
Christmas
so
Chronicles.
Great.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell, right? Yeah, Kurt
Yeah.
Russell. He does
Yes,
such
it
a
is.
good job.
Yes.
I freaking love it.
I got my list too. I actually made a list, my top 5 family movies for
Elf
Christmas.
is go-to, right? Francisco, that's fun to say. Like Elf is just hilarious, okay? And I was just gonna come up to my third like shout out one is the Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds one, Spirited. It's a sing along for like about Scrooge.
Oh.
Like it's
I don't think I've seen that.
yeah.
I'm
it's,
gonna check that
I
out.
would say there's maybe 1 or 2 scenes that maybe is not
Yes.
young kid appropriate, but it's
Yes.
great. It's a great one.
I got my top 5. All right, I got 3 honorable mentions.
'Kay.
4 Christmases, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and
Classic.
Claus.
Oh, Claus,
Claus the
Klaus, yes.
That
on
should've-
Netflix. So good.
That might make it into my top 5. It's so good. Here's my top 5. Number 5, Family Man, Nicolas Cage.
I have not seen that in forever.
It is
Good call.
really good. It's
Good call.
heartwarming. Number
Good
4,
call.
Polar Express. Makes me cry every time.
Oh, yeah.
I cry.
Classic.
Number 3, Home Alone. Just love it. So
Gotta love,
funny.
you gotta. That's the OG.
Definitely, here's a movie I can't stop crying. I mean, Jim Carrey, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I tear up. I still
great.
cry.
He's so good. He's good.
And
at
then
everything.
number 1 Christmas movie for me, hands down, and is Elf. Oh my gosh! Here's one of the best investments I feel like I've ever made is I've actually bought most of these movies on Amazon Prime.
Oh, nice.
It's an investment. It's an investment.
So
You know,
have
it's
'em.
$15.
Yeah.
But now you just have them, and I'm like, I'm going to be showing my grandkids these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So-
You gotta go old school and buy the DVD and the VHS and just have your collection. Like I got them, no matter if the power goes out.
Right. Or if Amazon gets taken over. All right, number 4. What's your 4 biggest Christmas holiday encouragement for everyone? What do you
Okay,
got?
so my 4 and 5 are like the yin and the yang. I'll do my 4 first. You can do your 4,
Okay.
and then we'll do my 5. So my 4
Okay,
is
cool.
you got to have like a big family dinner with the extended, or like a big friends
nice.
family dinner with other couples
yeah.
and other family, like a dinner party, or just where you invite others over. It's just it's fun. Have people dress up, wear their sweaters, whatever you want. It's just nice.
Really nice. That's really nice.
And then maybe if you're like Sean and his family, you know, you invite them over
Here
at
it
10
comes.
a.m. and
Yeah.
they don't leave until 10 p.m. or they spend
That's
the night
exactly.
and stay until the next day. Who knows?
We went out to dinner with a couple over the weekend, and they, you know, it was the first time ever hanging out with them, and they were like, "Tell us something about you guys. What do you like to do?" And that's what I told them. I said, "Well, we actually like to have people over for lunch and dinner." And we didn't invite them, actually. Now that I can tell, it's kind of rude, actually. I realize I should invite them, but no. So, that's definitely a gym. It's not just about, like, putting your best foot forward for 3 hours. It's like, no, we're just going to spend some time together.
Right.
Let's grub. Here is number 4. Advice for Jaw. Create a home culture of gift giving.
Ooh,
So
like,
here-
okay, yeah, tell me more. What do you mean?
Here's what I was trying to do this with my kids when they were young, and when I was younger, I was feeling like, oh, they're not getting it. But now that they're getting older, 20, 16, and 9, I think they're getting it. I think what is happening is that the kids are now getting gifts for each other, and they're getting gifts for us.
This
and they're
is huge.
enjoying
This
getting
is
gifts for
huge.
relatives.
Yes, dude, this is very important. I don't even do this, and my wheels are turning on that right now. Like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant.
I think one of the best things you can do is you give your child cash money, and you said, you take this money and you go buy your sibling a gift. You pick it out yourself. You wrap it yourself.
Yes.
And you create a culture of gift giving. And here's another cool thing is my 20-year-old has fallen in love with one of the greatest things in the history of mankind. I don't know how to spell it or say it, but I'm going to try. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Charcuterie board.
You said it great.
I think I did.
You did charcuterie.
On a scale of 1 to 10, a charcuterie board, for me, that's a 10.
Dude,
That's a
I
10.
never
How do you feel about the charcuterie
produce
board?
a charcuterie board because I
Yeah.
feel like I'm not elegant enough to do so. But anytime I eat off a charcuterie board, I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I
Dude.
fucking love a charcuterie board.
Dude, my family is just, they keep escalating. We got these big pieces of wood now.
Yeah.
And dude, my daughter is folding up the salami like
my
it's a
gosh.
rose, dog.
Heck
like it's a
yes.
rose.
Heck
I don't even
yeah.
want to eat it. We've got different types of cheeses.
Do you put
We've got
pistachios
grapes,
on that charcuterie?
Pistachios.
Dude, so good.
Apricots. I'm just all about that meat and that cheese. But they're like, this is what they're doing now. They're like, it's a special holiday. I'm going to go down to Trader Joe's. I'm going to spend not much, like maybe $2,000, $5,000 on a charcuterie board.
Oh my god! Seriously, man.
And we're going to have some processed meats and cheeses.
Yeah.
And just eat around the kitchen island. And it's just like this is something they like to give.
Yeah.
It just feels so good.
That's cool. I'm definitely not worthy. I don't know if I've ever done one. That's my goal this year. I talked about having family goals. My goal is to do at least one charcuterie board session this holiday period. I don't know how I'm going to do it or who I'm going to do it with, but I'm going to do it. I'll let you know. I'll take a photo of it and send it to you. I'm like, what do you think?
Hey, before we move on past giving, because I'll do my last one, I just thought of one of the best ways to ruin your Christmas. All right. In my hand, I'm holding the Amazon Holiday Gift Guide. My daughter heard me talk about it through the other room, and she delivered it. And let's see. It's a beautiful piece of artwork. I mean, look at this.
That
Look
thing
at
has
this
been
thing.
our centerpiece on our coffee table
Look
the
at
past
this.
week.
I mean, there's ink. There's things circled. It is so beautiful. You got a little Kwanzaa page. You got makeup. You got sunglasses. You got a whole family in PJs. Look at that beautiful family on page whatever. They don't have page numbers. If you spoil your kids, if you get them everything on their wish list every year, then I think bad things are going to happen. They're going to open up a present, from their sibling, and they'll be like, that's not what I wanted. Or they're going to open up a present from their grandma and grandpa, from their aunt and uncle, or they're just going to be like, you know what? I just feel like spoiling your kids and overbuying too many things at presents, it just is going to taint a lot of this. Yeah. I think you agree because you're really grinchy about spending all this money on presents and they just get thrown away. You said that to start off our episode.
That's because I see what our toy closet has turned into. It's just mass chaos. You play with it for one day and then that's it. So it's like you need to find the stuff that means the most, right, to that individual rather than just stuff. Because I don't know, I feel like that's what's wrong with our society. We overproduce. We're such consumers. We consume everything. We don't appreciate what we have, and so there's no meaning there. It's like if you were to go to my kids right now and say, hey, what are 4 items that you opened up last year as a Christmas gift? I don't even know if they'd be able to list 4 different items. Maybe they would, but I doubt it, right? Like, it's sad when that's the reality.
I think so much of good parenting means limiting yourself, having self-discipline, and helping your kids understand the value of what they have and teaching them to be grateful. That is tough teaching, but it's good teaching.
Do people still give coal anymore? Like, is that still a thing where you put coal if they're not good?
Coal.
Sorry, dude. You were supposed to get that Nintendo Switch, but you weren't good this year.
Fun fact, Play-Doh was originally invented because back about 100 years ago, before electricity and electric heaters came out, they would use coal to heat their house, and
Right.
the coal would stain the wallpaper. And so somebody invented this gooey stuff, and you would take the coal off of the wallpaper. And then that person's
Really?
relative, his sister-in-law, worked with children, and she started playing with it. And she's like, this could be a great kid's toy.
Oh my
That's the
gosh,
history
I
of
cannot
Play-Doh.
believe you looked that up. That's amazing. I had no
And then
idea.
Captain Kangaroo was on the TV show, and it just exploded. And then, yes, they actually add that scent to it. That's not a natural scent. That is an added scent. Here's my 5th
Smells
thing.
delicious.
All right, here's the 5th thing. I'm going to read off a list of 10 really hard things right now. 10 really hard things that are going to come up for you and I and every parent we know this holiday season. So my 5th tip is to have a great mindset towards the holidays and to protect your mind. Give yourself the gift of a healthy mind. I want you to become the EQ parent, the emotionally quotient parent, the emotionally intelligent parent, the parent with mindfulness, and not just reacting. And so here's 10 things that I want us all to get prepared for. Are you ready?
Yes.
Stop me at any time. 1, unrealistic expectations.
Okay,
As in
we talked
you
about that.
or somebody else has these perfect Christmas images or expectations that they're putting upon you. Number 2, old family roles are coming back, which means like, look out. Family members are coming over and there's this negativity. You know, there's this drama. There's these arguments, politics. Look out. Number 3, financial pressure. I think that every family is going to struggle with finances this Christmas because either A, you're struggling to pay the bills and you want to give your kids a nice Christmas, or B, you have money in savings and you want to give your kids a nice Christmas, but you don't want to spoil them. This is tough, right?
Yep.
Number 4, things we're all going to struggle with is comparison.
100%.
The family down the road, the child down the road.
How do we keep our mind mentally strong from that?
Comparing last Christmases. Feelings inadequate, feeling envy, regret. Number 5, childhood memories, good and bad. Bad childhood memories triggering you. Maybe it's a sad season. Good memories, like this is what I did growing up, and I want you all to do it too. Wear my pajamas.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And no one's wearing my pajamas, which means no one really cares about me because they won't wear matching pajamas. Nope, that's not the way it works. Even happy memories can sting when life looks different now. Divorce, distance, loss, loneliness, salty kids. Number 6, overstimulation and exhaustion.
Yeah.
Too much noise, too much
And
sugar.
honestly, there's nothing wrong with a good nap, guys. Just, hey, it's nap time. That's my
yes.
tradition. We nap today.
One of the best choices my wife and I decided 2 years ago is that we no longer cook on the holidays. We're going to go down to the grocery store.
We do that too. That's so funny.
And we're done. It just caused so much stress for us on these special holidays.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, if that disappoints you because you want us to cook, if that makes you sad because you don't want to eat catered food that we're investing in,
Yeah,
you know?
dude, some of those catered food places are just like home cooked meals. They're delicious and it's so easy. You can just go to the local grocery store. They'll make it for you. It's awesome.
And the prices are actually pretty comparable at a lot of these places. That's a big shocker.
Yeah, true.
When like we had like no money and my wife's like, let's buy the Thanksgiving meal. I was like, no.
Right.
And I was like, wait, if you look at all the money we just spent on all this stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
so
good.
yes. Number 7, family conflict and boundaries. Boundaries around communication, around politics, around like don't cross this line. You know, this is how I want to parent my kids. You're not the parent, you're the grandparent. You're not the parent,
Right.
you're the uncle. You know, boundaries around alcohol, around spending, around screens. Hey, who gave you permission to give my child a screen? No, we don't. You know, that's a thing.
Yeah. Chalkboards only.
Chalkboards only. Number 8, loss and absence.
What do you
Missing loved ones through death,
Oh, yeah.
estrangement, divorce. It can hit harder
mean? Totally.
when you want everyone to be together. Number 9, the pressure to be happy. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that one's hard too because it's like we're supposed to be happy and then but we're not. So then we get even more mad at ourselves for not being happy. Why are you focusing on the sad? And it's just like this inner battle with ourselves. It's terrible.
How about this one? This is unique. Number 10, over giving and under receiving. Imagine you're a mom and you really want to do the pajamas. So that helps you feel loved.
Yeah.
And you spend all this time gifting your family this amazing holiday.
Or
And
you
all
made
you
it
ask-
yourselves. You took time to make the
Yeah.
pajamas yourselves. Yeah.
And what do they do in return? They're not going to wear your pajamas. They're not going to take your family photo, and they're not helping you with dinner. And they're complaining about the gifts they got.
Yeah.
And when grandma and grandpa come over, they're not even present. Ouch.
That's
That
a good one.
hurts.
These are great. All 10 of these are great. We could all work on all these. I think it's like, it's sad to say, but it's like, you know, the saying, it's like, well, if you lower your expectations, then you can't get disappointed. It's almost like our expectations are so high, we want it to be absolutely perfect. And the moment there's a family fight or something, it throws the whole time out of whack. The whole season, the whole 2 weeks the kids have off, or the week that you're on vacation, or the time you're spending at grandma's house. So I don't want to say lower your expectations, but I just want to say become more of a realist as to like what happens, right? It's this fairy tale imagination in our mind. And really, what is the most important thing? It's not all these things we have listed. It's literally just being together, right?
Yes.
It's just being together. Let's just be around each other.
I love it. Just being grateful for what you have and where your family's at, the good days and the bad days. And I would, if it's okay with you, I would partner that with still step into the leadership role. You are the most powerful person in your family's life. So if you don't like how your family is functioning, if you don't like how things are going, well then get some new parenting schools. Join my membership, up your game. So yes, be the best leader you can be, but also just love your family for where they're at. I think that's good advice.
Dude, amen to that. That's so true.
Well, we did it, man. We did a Christmas episode. So thank you so much for letting Jordan and I be a part of your lives. Jordan, you want to say a couple closing words?
Yeah, I just hope everybody has a beautiful season, no matter what you're doing. Maybe you have to work. Shoot, I'm working on Christmas, so you know what? It is what it is. But again, it's not about the specific day. It's about being there with your family, your loved ones. Do your best. We'd love to hear your stories if you have any that you want to share. Like, we'd come after the holidays and talk a little bit about what happened during your holiday time off, and we can kind of reflect together. Sean and I think that'd be fantastic. So if you're willing to share, please contact us. But either way you look at it, just be safe, have fun, spread love, and just make sure that you take this year and just enjoy every moment of it.